Hi, I'm Mike, owner of the In-Groove in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm doing the new arrival video for May 6, 2022. Not a ton of stuff to show you guys, but I've got a killer pre-order that was announced a day and a half ago. And I was like 6 hours late to the punch, too, of finding out. Some people told me about it in a live stream. Mobile Fidelity is doing still build. They're doing it as a standard 33 RPM disc. I am super thrilled about this. There's a couple hits on the record as well. There's Lean On Me and Use Me is on still bill. It's an absolute dynamite classic Bill Withers record. If you were to compile a list of, say, Mobile Fidelity's greatest hits, one of the best titles that they've ever done in the last 20 years has been the Bill Withers greatest hits. I rave about that on here all the time. I have really high hopes for that. I mean, Use Me, fantastic bass-laden, killer, funky track from Bill Withers. This is, as that reads from Mobile Fidelity, this is a to-be-announced date. So this is not something that's going to probably be shipping anytime soon. If I was to guess on this thing, typically when I see this, it's not titles that are dropping anytime soon, typically 6 months to a year. But this is just guessing and speculation on my part. I truly have no idea. But don't call me next week saying, where's my still bill? I'm guessing this is going to be a while. We don't have a date. We don't have a target. We don't even have a season or a year. But that is not now up on the website for pre-order. And for me, that can't come soon enough. That is a really solid title. And I like the fact that they're still doing 33 RPMs. It seems like everybody's on the 45 RPM one-step bandwagon, UHQR bandwagon. We need in the industry reasonably priced records, so it's nice that we're getting something like that announced. And I say reasonably priced, it's still $40, but I mean, that's not exactly crazy anymore. I would say that would have been crazy 5 years ago for a single disc record, but that's kind of within target for a lot of new non-audiophile releases. So to get an audiophile analog release, that's pretty nice. This is a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab stripe title. So there's two types of Mobile Fidelity. There's original master recording, the stripe on the type. If you read it, if the top says original master recording, that is from the original master tape. Then they do things like they did some Dylans, they did some Miles Davis, and if you look at the Miles Davis and Dylan stuff they were absolutely dynamite, where they just say Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab on top. That's indicative of them using generally second generation tapes, safety copies, production copies, which obviously can yield killer results, because if you go back and listen to those Dylan titles, I think they did a band title. I think it was My Funny Valentine. One of the Miles Davis titles was a Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab stripe title, and it sounded killer. But somebody told me online that that's digital. That's not what that means. That just means they're using later generation tapes, right? Okay. This week's new arrivals, The Who, My Generation, Half Speed Master. There's another Who title that's coming this week as well. I just don't have it to show you for the video. It got split in shipping. But Half Speed Mastered from Abbey Road, cut by Miles Showell. Yeah. Speaking of, that's the normal price. That's almost $40 record right there. Let's see. Fontaine's DC. Skinny Fire. Is that Fire? F-I-A? Includes Jackie Down the Line and Skitney Fire. Skitney Fire? Maybe that's the name of the album? I have no idea. Ooh, from Phoenix in Arizona. Flotsam and Jetsam. Live in Phoenix, Arizona. But yeah, this is actually a Phoenix, Arizona band. This is on Cleopatra, limited edition red vinyl of 300 copies. So this is going to be pretty rare. Cool, where is this recorded? The Bash on Ash. Phoenix, Arizona, 2003. No more Bash on Ash, unfortunately. What's going on here? Jackson and Sellers, Breaking Point. 3 Days Grace. Explosions. Looks like a new album by 3 Days Grace. Copyright 2022. Yeah, the hype sticker says the new album. Sometimes they'll put the new album on a hype sticker and they'll use that hype sticker for 10 years. So, yeah. New album by Arcade Fire. This is called We. I really, Arcade Fire, not really my band musically, but this is one hell of an album cover. I mean, they went all out here. Look at this. We've got embossed gold foiling. The hype sticker is gold. There's a hype sticker on the back that's gold. Again, embossed. That's a solid cover. I like the presentation there. These are some color variants we got in recently. Paul McCartney's Pipes of Peace. This is on silver vinyl. I've got Tug of War on blue vinyl. We're also starting to get some Daft Punk reissues. Here's, hoping for random access memories. I think I got it recently, but I'm sure they're going to pump all these into print to where they're not hard to get anymore. But we got a live 1997. There's a few more in here somewhere. Millenicon, Four Monkeys, 20th anniversary reissue on colored vinyl. Kylie Minogue, limited edition clear vinyl. This is Disco Infinite. God, how many Disco? I feel like this is like the 7th incarnation of this record. Well, this is from the live stream, from the Infinite Disco live stream. Yeah, a lot of people have responded to my butchering of her name and tell me how great this record actually is. If that means anything. I have not listened to it. Not my thing musically. Suki Waterhouse, I Can't Let Go on Sub Pop. Limited edition first pressing on colored vinyl. This is the loser edition. So that's what Sub Pop does for their first pressing. They do a loser edition, which is a special color. And then after the loser editions are gone, they do it on black vinyl. So it's kind of a way of differentiating. And they've done this for decades. The first pressing from a later pressing. Rudimentary Penny, Death Church. Actually, I think I have an original of this on the wall. Or I might have sold it on Record Store Day, but I had one of these, an original French pressing of this, I believe, on the wall here earlier this week. Looks like it's sold. Kansas, Somewhere to Elsewhere. This is the double silver vinyl variant. I think I got another color earlier in the week, or maybe last week. Graham Nash Live, Songs for Beginners, Wild Tales. What is on this? Some good stuff, yeah. All right, I think I showed this last week. Might be doing some repetition. Van de Graaff Generator reissues on the original Charisma label. The famous Charisma label. Whole series of Van de Graaff Generator imports. There's another one of the Daft Punk titles. Homework. Aurora. The Gods We Can Touch. That's a cool cover. So far, that's, I think, the best out there cover of this video. I try to keep track as I go through this video. I always try to see like the most squirrely, coolest, my favorite cover of the video. American Head Charge on Music on Vinyl, limited to not limited. Produced by Rick Rubin. Almost everything Music on Vinyl seems to do lately is a limited edition. So far this is the best album cover. Pink Mountaintops, Peacock Pools. We got the dude there essentially on the front cover, sitting down with his guitar. Now he's in the pool. Light blue vinyl with green, yellow, and blue splatter includes a download. What is this? Ladies in the City. Looks like a Japanese import. It's definitely made in Japan. Look at that. Made in Japan from Universal. Night Tempo is the name of the band. The album is Ladies in the City. Don't know what that is. Don't even remember ordering it, but it's in the bin, so it's a new arrival. Warpaint, Radiate, Sometimes things pop in here that I don't actually order. I order almost everything for the store, but sometimes if somebody calls and they're asking for something, Angel or Alex or somebody will order it for them. Kuko, wanna be with you. God, this might. Well, still like the other cover better, but this is. Look at that back cover. That's out there. Got a restock on some of the Jazz is Dead titles. Number 8, Brian Jackson. This whole series is really good. I think this is just a restock. Coleman Hawkins, the Hawk Flies again. This is just an OJC restock. Jazz is Dead, Volume 7. Adrian Yunage and Al Shahid Muhammad. Dorothy. Girls from the... Oh, man. Can't see it with the light. I get it. It's cut off on the label. Girls from the Holy Ghost. There it is. Cool cover, foil. Doro, Magic Diamonds. Best of Ballads. We've been getting a lot of Doro records lately. I'm guessing at this point her whole catalog has either been repressed or about to be repressed. This actually, I really thought this looked cool. Ray Charles, live in Stockholm, 1972. I feel like I might have even showed this too. What I Say, Games People Play. Marie, I've Got a Woman. Looks good. Doing some Def Leppard reissues. This is a title that, man, this should have been in print a long time ago. Pyromania. I mean, I personally do not like Def Leppard. This, hair metal, 80s hair metal is not really my thing. Wrong generation, I guess. Of course, everything I listen to is old, so I don't have an explanation for that. But again, this isn't my thing, but this should be in print. I get asked about it all the time. I grabbed a few. I showed you last week. We got a huge restock on Tone Poets and Blue Note 80th Classic Series titles. I don't know if I showed these. Milt Jackson with Thelonious Monk. Blue Note 1509. All analog, cut by Kevin Gray. You could search the website by typing in Blue Note Classic, and all of these will pull up. Our Blue Note 80th, 80TH. They'll all pull up. The Amazing Bud Powell, Time Waits. Again, all analog, cut by Kevin Gray. But we got a big chunk of restocks in on a ton of titles. Of course, no Chet Baker Sings. I mean, what's taking them so long on that? I mean, who knows? I'm guessing they're just such a demand for it. It's probably going to be a big run. And because it's... The problem is if things are too much in demand, then they don't get done. I feel like if it's, they only need 500, 1,000 of them, that's easy to get done. But if you need to repop 10, 20,000 of a title, now you're talking essentially the allocation of a new arrival. So they're not going to push back a new title to do a restock. So you get these super popular titles like Chet Baker and they just kind of like never get done. I don't know. Guessing, I guess. Mike's guesswork, but I bet you that's what's going on there. Def Leppard, retroactive. Some more Def Leppard. Not as many folks clamoring for that, but good to have it in print. Nick Lowe, Dig My Mood, and The Impossible Bird. So for me, this actually looks like the coolest release for this week. Boom. Scared myself there. Did you see that? Okay, boom. Italian jazz soundtracks at their finest, 1959 to 1969. Compilation exploring the jazz explosion of jazz into the late 50s and 60s Italian cinema. Unearthing rare and previously unreleased tracks from Ennio Morricone, Piero Piccone, Armando Trivigioli, Ritz Ortolani, and more, featuring Chet Baker. Bunch of jazz cats. Huge list of composers and jazz guys. I'm guessing Chet Baker is going to be the big one on there. But check that out. This is a double disc. It's on Decca. This just looks like this is going to be a ton of fun to listen to. And I mean, this is stuff that you probably never would kind of discover on your own. I have no idea what these movies are. I guess it shows you the movies. They're all Italian.
I don't know where you're going to find a bunch of Italian jazz soundtracks from the 50s and 60s lying around. So something like this, it's pretty good. What do we got? Nick Turner, co-founder of Hawkwind, with members of Gong, The Doors, Mahavishnu's Orchestra, and Mondul 2. Don't be confused, too. Mondul 2, good. A Mondul, not as good. Different band. This is on silver vinyl. I want to say I showed a different color variation of this a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that is it for this week's new arrival video. Don't forget we can buy all this stuff online at theingroove.com. Until next time. Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.